Okay, starting with the feet on the ground, hip width apart. Natural curve under the lower back. Pull the arms well away from the shoulders, so a nice big gap between the shoulders and the ears, and reach away as far as you can. The movement with the hands is going to be a little bounce. I'm going to ask you for this one to take the feet up into tabletop. Make sure you're under control, so if your back is beginning to arch away, bring the knees a little closer. Reach away, lift the shoulders and head off the ground, reach those hands away, and you're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 10, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 20, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 30, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 40, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 50, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 60, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 70, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 80, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 90, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 100, hugging it back in. So just to remind you, in an ideal world, you're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice, strong breaths. Always allowed to stop earlier if you need to. We want to build up to the 100. Once you get to the 100, you're going to move on to the next workout, which is going to be a slightly harder version of the 100. Let's take the feet down one at a time. And same thing, we're going to go with exercise that's called the roll up, but we're going to start with a roll back. So we're going to strengthen the muscles in the upper abdominals in order to get us ready to be able to do the roll up. Obviously, if you can already do the roll up, that's fine. So I'm going to ask you to sit feet hip width apart. So centre of the hips, centre of the knees, centre of the ankles. You can put your hands on your knees if you want, but ideally I want feet flat on the floor, arms out in front, and you're going to roll back until you feel those abdominal muscles working, and come back up. If your feet come off the ground, you're out of control. I want you to be in control the whole way through this, and lifting up. The moment you feel that you're losing control of this, you're going to stop, and next time you're going to come back to the same workout and keep going until you can do as many as I am before you move on to workout 2. So we're just going to slowly build up from these really easier versions of the Pilates exercises. So keep going. Now, if you're finding that a little bit too hard, fine, you can stick a band underneath your legs and hold on to it, or you can hold on to your legs, or you can hold on to your knees and come back. But really, if you're going to have any hope to do this, you really need to be starting by getting as far back as you can under control. Now I'm going a fairly long way back. I can do the full roll up, but you might only be coming to here. If you're feeling your tummy muscles work, you feel your feet are beginning to come off the ground, your knees are beginning to knock in, then you're probably ready to stop. If you're finding this too easy, please go on to workout 2 or workout 3. Let's try one more if you can. I'm really starting to feel that in my hip flexors. If you've got weakness in your hip flexors, you're going to feel that there. Maybe give it a little bit of a shake out. Now we're going to work on the lower part of the abdominals, which we use for the jackknife, but basically when we do anything where we take the legs over the head, so maybe coming up into a shoulder stand. So what we're aiming for here is to come up into a shoulder stand. Elbows wide, upper back wide, neck relaxed and lengthened, so nothing underneath your head. So you need to be relaxed in the neck area. But what I'm going to do to start with is, if you can get up onto your shoulders, great, go up. Try and come down under control. If you can't, bring the knees into the chest. And what I want you to do is maybe push the hands into the ground if you need to, and just lift. Now you might find, I can lift up quite easily. A lot of people can't. And you might find you're just doing this. Try and make it under control if you can. But feel those lower abdominal muscles working. It's going to help tone your tummy. Help strengthen your core, but we're going to get closer to being able to do that other exercise. Oh. So if you can come up, do. If you can come all the way up, even better. But don't worry if you can't. And if you are coming up, really be aware of your neck. You want to try and come down under control. But don't worry if you're not for now. We can work towards that. And rest for a moment. Well, let's just do something gentle to release out those muscles. So I'm going to take the feet and knees really wide. Knees are bent. If I turn around so you can see my legs are this wide. Yeah. And you're going to drop the knees both over to the same side. Coming back centre. So I'm dropping the centre knee towards the mat. So lovely spinal twist, loosens through the back, stretches through the tummy. And I'm keeping my shoulders down, lifting my bottom off the ground. So I'm letting everything stretch through the side of the body. Really nice way of resting in between the exercises. And gives a bit of a stretch to the hips as well. Close your eyes if you want. You're going to breathe out as you take the knees towards the ground, in as you come back. But if that feels wrong for you, just keep breathing. Very important in these exercises, you keep breathing. Come back to the centre. Another one for the tummies. So this next exercise, you're going to take the legs as high up as you need them to be in order to do the exercise. If you need to put your head down, that's fine too. I'm going to show you the exercise, single leg stretch. So we bring the knees up one at a time, lift the shoulders and head off the ground. And what we do is we take one leg away, about 45 degrees, hug the other one in, breathe out, breathe in, slow and controlled. If you take the leg too low, either your back is going to arch off the ground or it actually gets easier. So how you can make it easy without putting any strain on your back is take the leg a little bit higher. But wherever you're taking it, and obviously drop the head if you need to, wherever you're taking that leg, I want you to feel it in the hip flexors maybe and in the lower abdominals. So you're feeling some work in your tummy. So it might be you take it up and then drop it down a little way until you feel your back coming out of control. You need to be in control. If you put your head down, try and lift it up briefly. You can hang on to the other knee. You're going to get a lovely stretch in your glutes and your bum, but you're also can use it to help support. And don't worry, if your neck's hurting, drop it back. If you need to take the leg higher up and you're still feeling it, but it's no good just taking the leg straight up in the air. That isn't going to do anything. You need to be challenging yourself a little bit, but take it at your level. Come back to this workout until you can do what we're doing here sensibly, and then go on to workout 2. Do exactly the same workout, but take it up a level. And relax. Okay, so the next exercise is the advanced exercise corkscrew. Is a very, very big movement, and what I want to do is do a very small, simple version that's going to slightly work the sides of your abdominals, and this version actually gives a nice relaxation to the lower back. So you think about it. What I'm going to ask you to do first of all, just circle your back into the ground. So your lower back is pushing in, and that's the movement we're looking for when we take the legs up in the air. Now, if you're not very flexible, you might need to work on the flexibility of your hamstrings as well, but ideally the legs are straight and the weight of the legs is over the body. So what I'm going to start with is, if your legs are there, I'm going to ask you to bend them. And then what we're going to do is, using whichever position you need to be here or straight, you're going to draw a small circle, and you've got exactly the same movement going on in your lower back. So it's almost a little massage on the lower back, and take it back the other way. Now, I want you to be feeling this in the side of your tummy, but not in your lower back. So you're going to make it bigger if you need to. Keeping that weight, as if you're doing a circle in the sky around a ball, around about the size of a football. That might be a big football, it might be a little one. But until you start feeling this working these muscles, it's a very gentle adaptation of the corkscrew exercise. And back the other way. And hug those knees in. Okay, and press down. Let's go for another gentle exercise in between, just to relax. So this time, feet and knees together. Take the arms out the way, might be across your chest. And all we're going to do is take the knees, both knees to one side, but this time you're going to take the top foot with you. So I'm showing you the bottom of my feet. Now if that's uncomfortable, take the feet a bit wider. That's a lovely stretch through the lower back. Breathing out as you go in, as you go down even, in as you come back up. So it's slow and controlled, it's not a fast movement. And if you want to hold it one side and just do a couple of breaths at one end, that's absolutely fine. One more exercise for you today in this abdominal strengthening workout, and it's called the leg pull. So coming back to center, feet hip width apart. So with the leg pull, the hint is in the name, it's a leg pull. You're going to pull your straightened leg towards you. Once again, I want you to bring both knees into the chest, and you're going to take the shoulders and head off the ground eventually. Let's start with the leg position, take it up, exactly the same as in the adaptation of the corkscrew. I need the weight of the legs to be over the body. So if your legs are there, that's going to cause you a problem. Come back so that you're under control, and then straighten the leg as much as you can, and that is your straight leg. So you're not going to bend them any more than they are there, whether they're straight or whether they've got a tight bend. If you can, shoulders and head off the ground, and the full exercise is down. Breathing in, breathing out. And if you see my leg is straight now, some of you are going to find that too much, so you can put the head down. You can make it smaller. But again, I want you to be feeling that. Maybe mainly in the hip flexors and the lower abdomen. So that is fine. If you're feeling that, but watch that you're not bending the knee in. I quite often see people doing this. It's a straight leg pull, and keep the hands well away from the back of your knee. So you're either going to pull the lower thigh or the top. So you're going to have a lovely stretch in the hamstring, as well as getting a bit of work in the abdomen. So for me, I need to take that quite a long way down to actually feel it, but you might find that that's actually enough about there. I'm beginning to feel it there, now I'm getting tireder. And when you're finished, hug your knees in. And what I like to do is just finish with a big long stretch, taking my arms above my head, pushing the fitness ball out the way, and stretching my feet away, maybe flexing the feet, keep breathing. Well done. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you again next time. Either come back and do this exercise, this specific workout again for your abdominals, if you found that hard. I will be posting more videos making it gradually harder, so once you've mastered this video and you can do it well, move on to the next one. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.